I gave you my heart.
Hi guys, so welcome back sa ating YouTube channel. So I guess this is lesson 16 para sa ating probability na playlist. So this is lesson 3 para sa ating chapter 3, which is the conditional and independence. So conditional probability and independence, sorry. So again, this topic is all about conditioning. So the word conditioning, ito ay medyo common. Ang gagawin na conditioning is, for example, yung probability ng A tas B. So, i-condition ko si A out of B. So, meaning, kailangan maging weighted average si A with the probability of B plus the probability of A with something conditional times the probability of B complement. So, something na para siyang weighted average. Kumbaga, i-relate ko si probability of A out of B. So, sa isang event. Okay, yun yung term na conditioning. Okay, kumbaga, may relationship sila sa isa't isa, tapos magkakaroon ng parang conditional probability sa lahat. Okay, so now we start with this. Okay, so now let E and F be events. Okay, so we all know that we may express F. Okay, we may express E. So we may express E as, so kung naalala nyo from chapter 2, ginawa kong ganito, E is equal to EF union EF complement. Okay, so ginawa ko siyang two mutually exclusive events. Okay, so ganyan yung ginawa ko. So in-express ko si E as two mutually exclusive events. Okay, so anong sunod natin gagawin? Ang susunod natin gagawin is we will apply probability. So again, we will apply probability. So applying probability both sides, this is probability of E is equal sa probability of EF union EF complement. Now, since this is both mutually exclusive, applying axiom 3, okay, so by axiom number 3, this is probability of E is equal sa probability ng EF plus probability ng EF complement. Okay, now, magkakaroon ako dito ng konting commutativity. So, yung EF gagawin kong FE, yung EF complement gagawin kong F complement E. So, this is equal sa probability of E is equal sa probability of FE plus probability ng F complement E. Now, since ito ay intersection, tapos hindi ko sinasabing hindi ako sure. So, assuming na hindi ka sure or i-apply ko yung multiplication rule. So, by applying multiplication rule and multiplication rule sa dalawang yan, this is just probability of E is equal sa probability of F times probability of E given that F has occurred plus probability of F complement times probability of E given that F complement has occurred. Okay, so now ibig sabihin ano nangyari, ito yung conditional part nya, so lagyan ko lang ng or, so pwedeng or ganito, this is probability of F times probability of E given that F has occurred plus ito ay 1 minus probability of F multiplied by probability of E given that F has occurred. So, ito yung dalawang conditioning niya. So, kumbaga, conditioning ni E out of F. So, based on definition, the derived equation states that the probability of the event E is the weighted average of the conditional probability of E given that F has occurred. So, again, the conditional probability of E given that F has occurred. Okay, and the conditional probability of E given that F has not occurred. Okay, conditional probability E given that F has not occurred. Now, nakamultiply yung probability of F and probability of F complement sa kanilang dalawa. Okay, so kaya sa sinabing weighted probability. Okay, so yan yung ating gagamitin. So, ito yung tinatawag na conditioning. So, may makikita ka sa mga problem sets or mga recent. So, pag sinabi hint condition this, so yun yung gagawin mo, i-condition mo lang siya. Okay, so hoping na magawa mo siya. Okay, now let's have example using this conditional probability or this conditioning. So apply natin yung conditioning na yan para dito. Okay, so let's have example. So ito na yung medyo nakakatuwang tanong, o kumbaga medyo, so in 3 years or in 3 semester na naturo ko si probability, so 1, 2, 3, so pang third time na to. So yan, ito talaga yung isa sa pinaka natutuwa akong tanong. Why? Kasi ito yung nagpa-realize sa akin na lahat ng bagay kino-compute talaga ni proba o ni mathematics. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. So number 1, an insurance company believes, so may insurance company daw, so hindi natin alam kung sino insurance company yan. Okay, so an insurance company believes that people can be divided into 2 classes. So sabi, naniniwala daw ang isang insurance company na dinidivide ang mga tao into 2 classes. Those who are accident prone, so again those who are accident prone and those who are not. So again, ang isang insurance company, siguro, ang tanging paniniwala nila is may 2 klase ng tao sa mundo. Yung isa, yung malapitin ng aksidente, yung isa hindi. Okay, so sir, paano masasabi na lapitin ng aksidente ang isang tao? Usually ganito. For example, naglalakad ka, napatid ka, or something na ganito. Kumbaga parang, or something, minsan mahagip ka, mababato ka, or what. Kumbaga madali kang masugatan, parang ang careless mo, ang clumsy ng kilos mo. So, pwede mo siya consider as accident-prone person. Okay, so ganun siya. Now, the company's statistics shows that, so again, the company's statistics, so meaning nagkaroon siya ng parang research or study. Again, so hindi yan mag-go or hindi go yung company niyan kung wala silang study using mathematics or data collection. So sabi, the company's statistics shows that an accident-prone person will have an accident at some time within a fixed 1-year period with probability 0.4. Again, kung clumsy ka, something na ganon. So again, hindi ko sasabing dahil clumsy ka, accident prone ka, pero parang ganon kasi siya eh. Okay, so kung accident prone ka, let's say clumsy, so sabi ng company na to, magkakaroon ka daw within 1 year ng aksidente, within sa isang taon ng aksidente with probability of 0.4, or meaning 40% sure silang magkakaroon ka ng aksidente ngayong taon or within this 1 year. Okay, whereas this decreases, so meaning bumababa to 0.2 for a person who is not accident prone. So meaning, si not accident prone naman na tao, siya naman ay may 20% probability na maaksidente within 1 year. Okay, now, if we assume, so now, this is assume, so assume na nila to, kumbaga assumption na nila to. So if we assume that 30% of the population is accident prone, so tama lang yun, hindi natin pwede sabihin na sa 100% accident prone. So if we assume that 30% of the population is accident prone, what is the probability that a new policy holder, so sir, what is a policy holder? Policy holder is the one who, parang for example, may nag-aalok ng Sun Life. So kung napansin nyo, no, may Sun Life, yung insurance. For example, inaccept ko yung insurance or kumuha ko ng insurance, naguhulog ako kada buwan ng 5K in 10 years. So in 10 years, lalaki siya, so parang mutual fund siya na kumbaga pagdating ko ng 60 magiging 2 million or 3 million depende sa offer ng company. So ano pa kagandahan ng insurance? For example, nagkaroon ka ng something aksidente, si insurance company mo, kahit hindi mo pa tapos hulugan yung iyong insurance o yung dapat hulugan within 10 years, tutulungan ka na nila. Okay, so again, ito yung pagiging policy holder. So bakit may insurance, bakit marami nag-aalok na insurance, so papansin mo, ay ito yun, maghuhulog ka ng 5K or 2K, depende sa plan na napili mo. After 10 years, matatapos mo siya. Then, pagdating mo ng 60, 65, or 70, kung kailan mo siya gustong kunin, dun siya malaki. For example, kinuha mo ng 60, magiging 2 million siya, or 2.6. 65, magiging 3 million. 70, magiging 7 million. So, depende talaga yan. Okay? So, ang kagandahan pa nito insurance to is something na, ayun nga, magkaroon na aksidente, or may kinailangan kang gastos, tutulungan ka nila kasi makakalapit ka sa kanila. Okay, kumbaga babawas sila sa pagiging parang compounded na makukuha mong pera pagdating ng panahon. Okay, so ganun siya. So again, policy holder ang tawag. So ayun, sabi nga no, if we assume that 30% of the population is accident prone, what is the probability that a new policy holder will have an accident within a year of purchasing a policy? So, parang weird ng tanong, no? So ito kasi yan, parang ganito yan. Itong company na to, for example, nakita ka niya. Una niyang sales talk sa'yo o sasabihin na sa'yo, hello sir, alam mo po ba, hello sir or ma'am, alam mo po ba na meron dalawang klase ng tao? Yung una po is yung accident prone, pangalawa po is yung not accident prone. Sabi po ng company namin, according po sa data or research po ng company namin, na pag accident prone kang tao, within 1 year, meron kang 40% ang probability na ma-aksidente ka. Kung hindi ka accident prone, within 1 year, 20% na ma-aksidente ka. Okay, ngayon sir, kung kukunin niyo po yung policy namin, so ganito yan. Kaya nila sinasabi yan, hindi para takutin yung tao, para sabihin na based sa kanilang research or study na ganito yung nangyayari. So ngayon, ano mangyayari sa tao? Magiging aware. So magiging aware ka, so magiging concerned ka, so anong maaring mangyari sa'yo someday or sa family mo. So ano gagawin mo? Gusto mo maging secured or insured. Yun yung tinatawag na insurance. So gusto kong mag-avail ng insurance para sure ako na whenever magkaroon ako ng aksidente, some point of my life, meron tutulong sa akin. Okay, so yun yung kanilang mga usual sales talk talaga. Totally. Okay, so now, ayun yun, no? So ito medyo tanong dito. What is the probability that a new policy holder will have an accident within a year of purchasing a policy? So yun yung medyo tricky, no? So, ba't ganun? Ano mo sir, tapos biglang magkakaroon ng aksidente. Kumbaga, ayun nga yung purpose eh. So kumbaga, computin natin yung probability na kung saan pagkabili niya, nagkaroon siya ng aksidente or magkaka-possible siya magkaroon ng aksidente within a year nung pagkabili niya nung kanyang policy o nung kanyang insurance. Okay, so now let us proceed dito. So lipat ko na lang dito sa isang papel. So yung spacing gamitin natin dito. Okay, so proceed tayo. So mag-delete tayo dito ng dalawang variable. So okay nga, importante mag-delete tayo ng variable. Ito yung importante dito. So declare tayo ng variable. Medyo mataas. So let Latin. So una is let a sub 1. Let a sub 1 denote. Let a sub 1 denote the event that the policyholder will have an accident within a 1 year. Will have an accident prior to its purchasing of policy or something like within parang prior, parang required na maka-aksidente, no, sorry, within a year of purchasing policy. So medyo mahaba, sorry. So kailangan ko nang lagay purchasing a policy o purchasing the policy rather. So let A naman, so next is let A be the event that the policyholder is accident prone. Okay, so now proceed tayo dyan. Okay, so ito yung mga magiging tanong or given. Ngayon, anong tanong? Ano ulit yung tanong? Balikan natin. What is the probability that a new policyholder will have an accident within a year of purchasing a policy? Okay, so A sub 1 denote the event that the policyholder will have an accident within a year of purchasing. Okay, so meaning meron tayong A sub 1. So consider si A sub 1. Consider A sub 1, A sub 1. So we have the probability of A sub 1. Okay, now let us condition this. So conditioning probability of A sub 1 with probability of A. So hindi yan yung eksaktong term. So kumbaga nilagay ko lang para alam mo na na gagamitin ko. So gagamitin natin yung ginawa natin dito sa taas. Okay, so ano yung ginawa, ano yung gagawin natin? Sir, meron ka pong probability of A sub 1. Okay, gusto mo po sir is apply dito sa formula. Anong nangyari? Kung probability of A sub 1 to, ito ay probability of A. Tapos ito yung A sub 1 given that A has occurred. Tama ba? So ganun yung mangyari. So meaning, pag kinondition natin yan A sub 1 sa A, ano mangyari? Ang mangyari is just, based sa formula, this is probability of A multiplied by probability of A sub 1 given that A has occurred. Tama? Then plus, so based sa formula doon, probability of F complement, or this is probability of A complement. Okay, that is probability of A complement times the probability of A sub 1 given that A complement has occurred. Okay, so yan yung kanyang conditioning. So ganun ina-apply yung formula. So again, ito yung ginamit ko. Okay, so yan yung ginawa natin. So now, ano yung tanong? Sir, ano po yung probability of A sub 1? Probability of A sub 1, A sub 1 given that A has occurred, then probability of A complement, then probability of A sub 1 given that A complement. Okay, so ang ibig sabihin ng A is the event that the policyholder is accident prone. So siya ay accident prone. Ano yung A complement? Not accident prone. Tama. Again, kung si A yung accident prone, yung A complement is yung not accident prone. Yan. Kung si A sub 1 is yung magkakaroon siya ng aksidente within 1 year, ano naman si A sub 1 complement? Hindi siya magkakaroon ng aksidente within a year. Okay nga, susundin natin ano yung mga kailangan. Ano yung probability na siya ay accident prone? Based sa given, balikan natin. Sabi, the company statistic shows that an accident prone person will have an accident at some time within fixed 1 year with probability 0.4. Okay? Whereas it decreases to 0.2. Ngayon, so if we assume that 30% of the population is accident prone, again, 30% of the population is accident prone, meaning the probability of A is 30% or 0.3. Now, meaning, ano yung probability ng A complement? Ang probability ng A complement natin is 0.7. Kasi out of 100%, that is 1 minus 0.30, that is 0.70. Ngayon, ano na yung problema? Ang problema is, ano yung probability ng A sub 1 given that A has occurred? So, intindihin natin ano yung A sub 1 given that A has occurred. So, basahin natin maintindihan. What is the probability that A sub 1 has occurred? So, meaning, magkakaroon ako ng aksidente within a year given that ako ay accident prone. Balik tayo dito sa given. The company statistics shows that an accident prone person, so yun accident prone ako, magkakaroon siya ng aksidente at some time within 1 year with period with probability 0.4. So meaning ito yun. The company statistics shows that an accident prone person will have an accident within 1 year or within 1 year or within 1 year. Ito yun. So A sub 1 given that A has occurred. So this is 0.4. Okay, next is, the company says that magkakaroon ka ng aksidente within 1 year given that ikaw ay hindi accident prone, that is 0.2 kasi magdi-decrease. Sabi. Okay, so now, therefore, ready na tayong isolve si probability of A sub 1. Now, input lang natin yung mga values na yan. This is just probability of A is 0.3 multiplied by probability of A sub 1 given that A has 0.4. Okay, then the probability of A complement is 0.70. Then probability A sub 1 given that A complement has occurred is 0.2. Okay, so this is just equal sa multiply natin, no? 0.3 times 0.4 plus 0.7 times 0.2, that is equal sa 13 over 50 or 0.26. This is just 0.26 or 26% na magkakaroon ka ng aksidente within a year na bumili ka ng policy. Okay, so yan yung ating sagot para dyan. Now, may continuation yung ating tanong sa number 1. Ano sabi? Suppose that a new policy holder has an accident within a year of purchasing a policy. So, ano nangyari? Nagkaroon na daw siya ng aksidente within a year no purchasing a policy. What is the probability that he or she is an accident prone? So, meaning, ito ay conditional probability naman. So, paano mo nasabi? Ito yung tanong ha. What is the probability that he or she is an accident prone? So, what is the probability that he is an accident prone given that yung new policy holder na yun ay nagkaroon na ng aksidente within a year nung binili niya? Yan yung tanong. So, what is the probability? So, walang nakalagay na conditional, pero nalaman kong conditional kasi naka-aksidente na siya. Ngayon, ang tanong, ano yung probability na ako ay accident prone given na ako ay nagkaroon ng aksidente within a year? So, ito yun. Okay, now, let us use yung formula natin ng conditional probability. This is just the probability of A sub 1 over probability of A sub 1. Okay, now, hindi natin alam yung intersection ni A and A sub 1. Pag hindi alam yung intersection ni A and A sub 1, anong gagamitin? Multiplication rule. By multiplication rule, this is just equal sa probability of A times probability of A sub 1 given that A has occurred all over probability of A sub 1. Now, proceed tayo. Yung mga given probability of A is 0.3. Okay, multiply by probability of A sub 1 given that A has occurred is 0.4 and probability of A sub 1 is 0.26 based na solve natin. This is 0.26 and therefore this is equal sa 6 over 13 or simply complete natin, no? Complete natin para mas maganda. So 0.3 times 0.4 all over 0.26. That is 6 over 13 or medyo mahaba. Okay, so mas exacto yata 6 over 13. So this is just 6 over 13. Okay, so hoping na na-gets mo yung conditioning or kung paano siya ginagawa. So again, it's a matter of comprehension. Lagi kong papaalala, it's a matter of comprehension. Kung paano mo intindihin, dapat makuha mo siya. Okay, so let's have last example. Okay, so for number 3, ito medyo paisip din ako paano sa solve or paano din explain. So at a certain stage of a criminal investigation, so may investigation na nangyari. So ayoko na magpangalan kasi medyo ano na to nakaka-open pag ganito. So at a certain stage of criminal investigation, the inspector in charge is 60% convinced of the guilt of a certain suspect. So kumbaga, for example, si Detective Mori, so again, si Detective Mori, tapos merong criminal, so may suspect. So again, suspect na lang. So si suspect natin is paano mo nasabi. So imagine mo, si Detective Mori tapos si paano mo nasabi. So dalawa sila, no? Si Detective Mori tapos si paano mo nasabi. Okay, yung kalbo. So sorry, hindi yun ano. So sabi na si Detective Mori is 60% sure na si paano mo nasabi ay guilty. Now, suppose, however, that a new piece of evidence which shows that the criminal has certain characteristic. So, kumbaga, meron daw piece of evidence which shows that the criminal has a certain characteristic. So, may characteristic na siya ay criminal. So, ano yung pagiging characteristic na siya ay criminal? Una, left-handedness, so kaliwete. So, ito ay hindi discrimination para sa mga kaliwete, ha. So, again, ito ay based sa book, based sa nakalagay dito, hindi ko to nilagay personally. So, again, so sinabi niya, such as left-handedness, so meaning, evidence na siguro based sa investigation. So upon investigation, nakita na kaliwete yung tao or meaning may kaliwete yung pinanghawak. So kaya ganun yung ginawa. So hindi ito parang discrimination na porket kaliwete ka is criminal something ka. Okay? So ganun, left-handedness, baldness, so kalbo. So tama, no? Pasok tayo kay paano mo nasabi. So kalbo siya. Then brown, baldness. Tama ba baldness, kalbo? Paisip tuloy ako. Pero alam ko talaga kalbo or brown hair. Okay, so brown hair. So, siguro may wig. So, or naman, nandiyan naman yung or. So, it's either kaliwete ka, kalbo, or brown hair. So, huwag ka naman pakulay na brown para di ka magmukhang criminal. Ngayon lang, is uncovered. Okay, so meaning, nakita na yung suspect is something na kalbo. So, di ko pwede sabihin ng kalbo tapos brown hair, ha. Ang gara naman. So, paano mo sabing kalbo tapos brown hair? So, it's either kalbo siya tapos left kaliwete. Ganun na lang. Or brown hair siya or kaliwete. Since paano mo nasabi yung example natin, so kalbo siya at the same time kaliwete. Okay, so now is uncovered. if 20% of the population possesses this characteristic. So, tama naman, marami ng 20%, hindi ko sinabing sure na 20%, pero malapit na 20% ng population natin is kaliwete. Okay, tapos iba din, kalbo, may kalbo, so possible din, it's brown hair. How certain of the guilt of the suspect should be the inspector now if it turns out that the suspect has the characteristic? Again, how certain of the guilt of the suspect should be the inspector now? So, gaano kalaking porsyento na siya sigurado na yung inspector o si Detective Mori na si paano mo nasabi ay guilty or criminal if it turns out that the suspect has the characteristic. So, ayun nga, kalbo siya tapos kaliwete. Okay, so, ayun yung kukomputin natin. So, maglet tayo. Syempre, una importante is maglet tayo ng mga event. So, ng event natin. So, let G be denote the event. Let G denote or be the event. Let G be the event that the suspect is guilty. So, kaya ako nilagay na G. And let's C be the event that he or she, so lagay natin he or she possesses the characteristic of the criminal. Okay? So now, ito ay merong halong conditioning at the same time conditional probability. So why? Kasi ang desired natin kailangan kunin is that ang kukunin mo is how certain of the guilt of the suspect should be the inspector now if it turns out that the suspect has the characteristic. Okay, so ano yung probability na siya ay guilty given na may characteristic na siya na pagiging criminal? Okay, so ito yung tanong, ano yung probability na siya ay guilty given na meron na siyang characteristic ng pagiging criminal? Okay, so now proceed tayo dito sa computation. So mamaya ko nalagay yung mga given na nakuha natin dyan. So by conditional probability, this is probability of GC, okay, over probability of C. Now, ang gagawin ko is yung probability of GC, since hindi ko alam yung intersection yan, kasi tama hindi mo kayang i-identify yung parehas dun sa pagiging guilty mo at criminal. Okay? Hindi kasi sa lahat ng oras guilty ka, porket ganito ka, guilty ka na. Okay? Hindi porket guilty ka, ito ka. Okay? So, nagkataon lang, o it turns out lang na yung example ko is sumakto. So, sinakto ko lang. Pero, ayun yung katotohanan. In reality, hindi porket kaliwete, kalbo, or brown hair ka, guilty ka. Okay? So, hindi ko pwedeng sabihin na may intersection or may common sila dun. Okay? So, meaning, since hindi ko alam yung intersection, we need to use multiplication rule. Okay, so now, we need to use multiplication rule dun sa taas. So, this is probability of G times the probability of C given that G has occurred. So, meaning, the probability that he or she possesses criminal given that he is guilty. Okay, ganun kumbaga, the probability, ano yung probability na siya ay criminal given na siya ay guilty? So, medyo may hint ka na. Ano yung gisagot mo doon, no? Ano yung probability na ikaw ay criminal given na ikaw ay guilty? Alam mo, sagot. Okay, so ayun naman medyo makatotohanan. Now, sa ilalim is, i-condition natin si C out of G. Again, i-condition natin si C out of G. So, using yung conditional probability, so lagay ko lang dito, no? P of C, pag conditioning, this is P of G times P of C given that G has occurred plus P of G complement times P of C given that G complement occurred. Okay, so ganyan dapat yung magiging formula. So, using that conditioning, lagay natin yan sa ilalim. So, apply natin yung formula sa ilalim na yun. Okay, so this is P of G times probability of C given that G has occurred plus P of G complement times the probability of C given that he is not guilty. Okay, so ngayon, punta na tayo dito sa mga given na nakuha natin or pwede natin makuha. Ano yung probability na siya ay guilty? Ang sabi ng inspector, siya daw ay guilty, 60% siyang sure. Okay, so sabi ng inspector, 60% akong sure na siya ay guilty or 0.6. Tanong, next is probability na hindi siya guilty. Syempre, opposite nito. Ang probability na hindi siya guilty, obviously, is 40%. So, sir, paano mo nakuha? That is 1 minus 0.6. Or 1 minus 100% minus 60%. Next, ano yung probability na ikaw ay criminal given na guilty ka? Ano yung probability na ikaw ay criminal given na guilty ka? Syempre, that is 1. Obvious yun, no? Ano yung probability na ikaw ay criminal given na guilty ka? 1 yun, syempre sure tayo doon. Ano pa yung kailangan? Ano yung probability ng C, G complement? So, ano yung probability ng C na ikaw ay criminal given na hindi ka guilty? So, based sa given, ito yun. If 20% of the population possesses this characteristic, so again, 20% referring sa mga taong yun. So, sila yun. Okay? So, sila yung mga hindi guilty pero pinopossess yung pagiging criminal. Okay? So, I think ito yan. I think so that is 0.2. Okay, so now, let us proceed dito. So, let us substitute all the given information or given value na kuha natin. So, probability of G is 0.6 times 1 all over probability of G is 0.6 times 1 plus probability of G complement is 0.4 times 0.2. So now let us compute ano yung probability, ano yung probability na guilty siya given na may characteristic siya na pagiging criminal. So compute natin, no? So that is 0.6 over 0.6 plus 0.4 times 0.2. Okay, so that is equal sa 15 over 7 or approximately 0.822. So 15 over 7. So ang probability na siya ay guilty is 15.17, sorry. So or approximately 0.882. So almost 80% siya na sure na siya ay criminal based sa kanyang given. So again, ito ay hindi dapat gawin natin judgment para sa ano. Ito ay nangyaring scenario. So may given na 60% na sure siyang guilty yun. So at the same time, with the fact na ito yung mga given natin na nakuha natin. Okay, so that's all in this video. So hoping na na-gets mo si conditioning. So again, importante yung formula na yan. Kailan mo gagamitin si multiplication rule? Pag hindi mo alam yung intersection, automatic apply mo si multiplication rule. Next, sa ilalim, hindi sa lahat ng oras i-apply may conditioning. Pero kung maraming given, tapos napansin mo, hindi mo alam yung sagot dito o hindi mo alam yung probability niya pero maraming given, meaning gagamit ka ng conditioning. So again, that's all for this video. Thank you for watching.